to America, actually to the West and to America, because they realized that they can get the same kind of high with TM or meditation and not have the rebound. Now we have a whole concept called mindfulness, which has been around for thousands of years, but it's actually making the headlines right now because I think it's a way to balance out the digital toxicity, which has nothing to do with marijuana, but I just want to put a plug in for mindfulness. Thank you.
Question, yeah, another one in the back. Everybody hear that?
No. I heard the question. I was just reading something this morning about, there's a study that was just out on that actually, it looked in this particular study that women stressed out less than men under the similar particular experimental setting, which I thought was interesting and surprising. And that's the only thing that comes to mind about the difference. I mean, we know that women have more depression and, men shoot people. So, well, the best definition of stress I ever read was in a clinic of mine, and they had it up, and it said, stress is what happens when your mind wants to kill somebody and you can't. I really like that. So I do. The other thing was that depression is anger turned inwards, and anger is depression and sadness turned outwards. So I actually think we probably have the same amount, but we do respond in a cultural, probably also hormonal way to how we deal with being put in an untenable situation. I was really struck when I was reading Hans Selye's works that the way he stressed his animals was by doing three things to them, going back to our digital world. The things they couldn't escape: bright lights, loud noise, and a frustrating, untenable situation that they couldn't get out of. I think that defines the digital world.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, and I think we have time for probably one more, so go ahead. Who? Oh, right here. Okay, Peter, is this okay? We got one right here.
You guys have done a wonderful job. Thank you so much for being here. The difficulty is we know that we're not supposed to be as stressed as we are, but we don't really know it because we're not going to do it. So give us a word before we leave to help us take it from you're right to I'm different.
That makes sense?
Well,
what I said was that it's really easy to know what the right answer is and not do it. And what I would really like is a challenge from you guys as to how to move it from, yes, we all know we're too stressed and we shouldn't do that, to a place that will help us to actually change. A challenge, an idea, a thought, a wish.
Who wants to take that?
Well, for me, there are two things that come to mind. One is I learned when I ended up sort of being the de facto chaplain to the AIDS community in Santa Fe, New Mexico in the 1980s, when there were no medications and all that we had was our presence and our company and our compassion. And don't ever underestimate how much your presence is already a tremendous gift and blessing to whatever or whomever you are bringing yourself. In every tradition, the power of the community, the sangha, when two or more are gathered, something gets born in the soil of that. The alchemy of two people, something beautiful happens. When we bring our presence, we bring the most beautiful gift. And what if that were enough and you didn't have to have more than that? So that's one really simple, just self-reflective question before you enter a situation thinking you have to be armed with all the right answers and all the perfect everythings, that your actual presence gets you 80% of the way there. That's sort of the quickest, simplest single word, presence.
Victoria, do you have a closing challenge?
You know, I don't think it's possible. I mean, I really don't. You might, you know, just leave here and it was great, and what can I say? But for me, so I can only speak for myself. I love the state of unconstrainedness, of not being stressed, of openness. I just love that feeling, and I really hate that other feeling. I just don't like it. So I like myself. I really do. And so I want that, and I don't want the other. And I think, for me, that's actually where it comes from. It's completely selfish. So maybe that's what my word would be to you, is allow yourself to be selfish sometimes.
Luke?
In a word, no. There's a bumper sticker in Boulder I've seen a few times that says, blow up your TV. And I would say the first thing is get rid of your television. It is a IV tube for negativity. It's human kryptonite. Secondly, when I had my house built, the model actually of 4 I chose from, the TV was smack in the center of the living room, and the fireplace was off to one side. So I asked him, I said, can you put the fireplace in the center? And the guy said to me, where are you going to put your TV? And I said, I don't have a TV. And he looked at me like, okay. And then we went in the kitchen, and I said, I want you to get rid of that thing. And he said, no microwave? And I said, yeah. And he goes, you're weird. I also don't own a cell phone. I love the quote from the book Tuesdays with Morrie when he says, if you don't like your culture, be a culture of one. You don't have to buy into the nonsense that is around us all the time. You can say no. Yeah, people might think you're weird. I'm having a good life. And, the people who think you're weird just kind of fall off by the wayside. And the ones who think you're great become true friends. It takes a little bit of willpower, boost some self-esteem, and assertiveness to say no when it's appropriate.
There you go. All right. What?
Really quick question.
Real quick.
Yeah, really quick. Another one, like presence, is telling the truth. And what I mean by that is in whatever community, churches, organizations, people are being asked and demanded to do more than is really humanly possible. And it doesn't feel safe to tell the truth about that because there are people who will replace us if we do say it. Are there ways that we can form communities where we can begin to tell the truth about what's really possible so that we can live lives that are right-sized to what a human heart can really hold?
I would like to just shout out a little bit to that in that I think it takes courage to be a leader who has the kind of vision that can say to people and organizations, enough. That we are here to do the best we can, as we've all said, and to be faithful to the challenge. And success means being faithful to the challenge. It doesn't necessarily mean we've done everything there is to do. And so I would like to just compliment a number of people in this room who are leaders in healthcare, in education, in elder care, in spiritual care, in public safety, who have the courage to say, I will do what I can do, and I pray for strength to do what I can do, and then I will leave the rest to my fellows who can come along with me and be by my side. So I am in awe of the kind of courage that a lot of leaders in this room have to say to their employees and their caregivers, you know what? We know what kind of hard job you have. We understand. And we're going to partner with the Institute for Life and Care to get you some help. And a number of organizations in this room, I'm proud to say, are our clients. And we adore you, and we love you, and we thank you for participating in this great, great conversation.
All right. Anything else?
And I want to thank Gary and our amazing Wayne, Victoria, and Luke for being with us today. Thank you. And And just in closing, we've had an amazing committee of people who have put this luncheon together and have been working on it for months and months and months. We have our chair, Rhonda Moore-Hertel, who's chairing this luncheon. We thank you so much for that. We have Peter Bugby, who has been our director of this luncheon, and thank you so much for that. We have Shani Jones on the committee, and we have the tireless, working 24 hours a day, amazing Shelley Hall, who has been here night and day for the last couple of weeks. So. Just a couple of housekeeping items, if I may. You have a beautiful, beautiful pen that's at your place. It is yours to keep. It's been selected for you. It has our website on it. So please, when you leave here today, go and hug someone next to you and say, you know what, I learned today that there is hope in the face of relentless stress, and I'm going to help you find it along with me. Take your pen and remember that we're all in this together and that there is hope out there. I'd also like to ask you, if you don't mind, would you kindly fill out the card that Shelley has given to you, because she really wants to be able to keep in touch with everyone who is here. And the books, we have Tattered Covered here, as you know, who are out in the lobby, and we have remarkable panelists who have written phenomenal books, and we just have a little tiny sample of what they've done here for you to purchase, and they have said that they are willing to stay and autograph your copy for you if that's what you would like. And so in closing, I would just like to say to you that I hope as you go that the wind is always at your back and that the sunshine is always on your shoulders. And I look forward to seeing you at the Institute for Life and Care very, very soon for your own personal tour if you have not been with us already. Thank you. God bless you. Travel safely as you go.